Gruesome Magazine.
Hello, once again, I'm your host, Doc Rotten, and this is Gruesome Magazine, where we review the very latest streaming and video on-demand horror movies. Each week, my co-host Jeff Mohr, Crystal Cleveland, Dave Dreher, Christopher G. Mohr, and I will take a look at various spooky, scary, and gory genre offerings. Tonight, we are reviewing We Have a Ghost, streaming now on Netflix. I'm looking...
Netflix.
I added an extra... I don't know why, but we're going to go with it. But let me introduce the rest of my crew, starting off with the one and only Jeff Morst.
Norst, yes. yes.
I'm good. I am good. And you know what? I'm using this movie as a guideline for the next time I encounter a ghost.
Okay.
I don't know how to
There have been
that.
previous times.
Yes. The previous times didn't go so well, so he's going to do better next time. All right. I hear you. I like that. Also joining this week is Crystal Clevelandist, the Living Dead girl. How you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. I haven't encountered any ghosts this week, but
this week
it's only Wednesday, so I guess we'll see.
There's still time.
Yeah,
it's hump day. It's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of ghosts, rounding out the crew is the one and only Dave
Dreher.
I couldn't watch this. I couldn't watch this because I didn't have Netflixed. So I had a hard time with it. I looked on Amazon Prime, Peacock.
Why is it so funny? It shouldn't be that funny. So funny.
It wasn't even on Paramount Plus.
I don't know where it came from. It just kind of flew in out of nowhere and landed in my face. Oh gosh! All right. So what we're going to do tonight, Dave, is we're going to give you our first impression of We Have a Ghost. That will be spoiler free. Then we'll dive into discussion. The spoilers are thin, but there are there. But it's gateway horror film. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna talk about it. Then we'll wrap things up with our score 1 to 5 and our favorite scene. And of course, we hope you enjoy not only this review, but many others that we have on the site. And if you do, please like, subscribe, share with a friend. Buttons, and each click will help us find more horror fans just like you.
True.
So help us do that.
True.
We would appreciate it. We really would. I felt so insincere, but I really sincerely feel that way. All right, let's get into this. Let's take a look at the card and see where we're going with this. All right, We Have a Ghost, available streaming on Netflix February 24th, 2023. Finding a ghost named Ernest, just Ernest alone, haunting their new home turns Kevin's family into overnight social media sensations. But when Kevin and Ernest investigate the mystery of Ernest's past, they become the target of the CIA. Written and directed by Christopher Landon, a director that Dave and I have been wondering where he was. Right, Dave?
Where is he?
He's right here. The cast includes Anthony Mackie, Dave Harbour, Jahi. How do you pronounce that? Jahi?
I think it's Jahi. Yeah.
I think Jahi. I'd go with Jahi.
Jahi, I like that. Jahi Winston, Tig Notaro. Is that right, or is it just Ty?
I think it's Tig Notaro.
Okay.
Yep.
But I'm not sure.
Yeah,
you're saying it right.
Tig.
All right. Erica Ash, Jennifer Coolidge, Faith Ford, Niles, Fitch, Isabella, Russo, and Steve Coulter.
Very good.
Yes. Yeah. And let's get into it. Oh my God, I can't wait to find out. We're going to start with the least likely to enjoy this. Dave. That's why I called you Dave. Jeff. What? Jeff Mohr. I'm teasing. Jeff Mohr, what was your first impression of We Have a Ghost?
I have one of those faces.
You do have one of those faces.
I enjoyed this. Now, when I first started watching it, I'm thinking, I get spoiled, and I'm thinking, geez, it's over 2 hours and it's not even a Marvel movie, but and at the beginning I was kind of like, this is pretty cheesy, pretty traditional. But as the movie went on, I really enjoyed it. It really has a heart. And, if you're tempted to switch on it in the first half, stick with it, because I think you'll be rewarded. Love the cast, and I can't imagine. David Harbour was excellent. even though he doesn't have a single line, I don't
Not
think.
one.
No.
It's close.
Yeah,
The whisper
yeah.
a couple of things.
So anyway, yeah, I had fun with this. I liked it.
All right.
It's a good. I think it's a good entry thing. I think it's something I'd watch with the grandkids.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what it's for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crystal, what was your first impression of We Have a Ghost?
It's cute. Like, this is okay. So I said this before the podcast, but it's pretty much what you would expect from a horror movie with Jennifer Coolidge in it. I mean, actually, her scene is probably one of the scariest scenes in the movie, which is kind of interesting. I mean, but there's really nothing scary about the movie. But if we were to look at it from a child's or unhorrored person,
Wow,
yeah,
that came
that's
out
a
weird.
thing. That's a thing. That's a thing now. That would be the scary scene. The acting is great. It's shot well. I think that it's funny. Like, there's some really funny parts. The story gets way off track and way off kilter and goes into a crazy town, but then it kind of brings it back. So don't expect like a story that is gonna, some things happen and there's no goes backsies when you do certain things. And yet somehow everything's made all right. So we'll go with that. Sure. It's one of those kind of movies. I love the way that they show the ghosts. I mean, David is phenomenal. Sad. It does have its little sad bits, but overall it's got a, heartfelt. There's arcs for the characters. The family feels believable, and I appreciate the arc of the father. So, yeah, I mean, it's good. It's entertaining. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I laughed. So, yeah.
That's a big thing they're going for. So that's
Yeah.
a good response. Dave Dreher, sir, what was your first impression of We Have a Ghost?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna kind of echo what my esteemed colleagues are saying here. This was just kind of a nice family movie. I think I texted you, Doc. It was like John Hughes met Ivan Reitman kind of deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like Christopher Landon. We were just talking about Christopher Landon here not too long ago. And I've liked everything he's done, and that streak is going to continue with this one. It's got a nice storyline, a nice moral, if you will, at the end of things. Yeah, it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's a sweet little movie.
Sweet little movie it is. This is definitely gateway horror, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gateway horror. It's for the youngins. It's a family film for certain. And in that arena, I think it's really strong. It has good characters. It has a good story. The effects are solid. It does at one point push the boundaries of a little, gateway horror film, but not terribly. This could play on Disney Plus easily.
Yeah.
And be a Disney film.
Sure.
It could easily be a
It's
Disney
no
film.
scarier than Haunted Mansion type
Oh,
stuff.
no, not at all. And it's charming, it's funny, and like you said, the father has his own. Anthony Mackie's character has his own arc. This little more so than any other character. I suppose, yeah. And they do kind of throw some twists in there with the Ernest character. What kind of shifting whether he's the good guy or the bad guy kind of thing, and it all works. And there's a couple funny cameos. Jennifer Coolidge being one of them, has a small supporting role, but when she's on screen, man, you can see why she won the Emmy. She is so good in this. I could see her. I could be happy her doing more horror comedies. She's funny.
God, I love her so much. I love that big hair she had. Okay, are we in spoilers?
We are in spoilers now.
There is no surprise. Come on, you knew that that's not what happened, right? I knew that Ernest wasn't Ernest. It was too obvious when he had it on his shirt, and then I knew that dude was lying, because I was like, it's so obvious by his character that
real
is
Ernest,
not, yeah, that's not his. That's not his personality type, regardless of whether he can remember himself or not. So, this movie is predictable. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to, but it doesn't mean you're not going to like it. It's cute. It's really cute.
Well,
Like,
it does the job well, right? I mean,
yeah,
yes,
like
we know the road it's going down, but it does a great job of doing it.
I mean, there's a line in the movie where people find out about the ghost because it's all over videos, and some dude said, "Just because you're not made of matter doesn't mean that you don't matter." And that's basically the gist of this movie.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's pretty close to what it is.
Yeah, and you gotta love a movie where there's a character named Fake Jesus in the cast.
Oh,
too.
yes. She's like, Jesus Christ. That was cute. But okay. So see, I don't want to give away all the good scenes because, we do have to give our favorite scene at the end. I don't know what more there is to say though. I mean, there is a point where you did assault a police officer and that's a felony, and somehow the kids are fine. No big deal. I guess the CIA made everything all better.
Yep. I mean, this is a Casper movie, basically.
Yeah.
It's just that, Casper, in this case, Ernest doesn't know who he is, and the mystery is who is he. But the father is trying to find his own footing. The son is too, in a way, and it's charming. It's fun, and it. I like it that our young hero, teaches Ernest how to be scary.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Right.
so
Yeah.
cute.
And it works out so well.
Yeah, he goes a little over the top. I mean, he went. I was like, damn, dude. Like, okay. I mean, you learned quick.
It
I
worked.
guess.
It worked. But most of the time, he gets scared and runs through the walls. So that's fun.
So I realized that the guy who plays the dad, Captain America, I don't like him as a bad guy. It makes me very sad. I don't know why.
Well, he's not.
He's not a super bad
He's
guy.
not
That's-
I don't
Yeah,
like him.
he's just trying too hard.
Well,
Yeah.
he's kind of he's got anger issues and stuff. Like he's got some things he's dealing with.
It's definitely off character for what we've seen him in the past, for sure.
Yep.
And it was, and I mean, he did a great job at it. But it's interesting because some people I'm like, oh, I can handle that. But I was like, oh, no, not. I don't know. Some people I put in a box, I guess.
You're like Captain America.
He's a
My
good,
God.
yeah. Maybe that's what it is. I do love Captain America. And I do always think of them as like the people who play Captain America as like, I put him on a pedestal and I probably shouldn't. But isn't that
Well,
silly?
I was irritated with him with the character, for quite a while, but then he redeems himself towards the end.
Yes, he does.
Of course, in
Yeah.
a movie, it capsulizes everything, but the true measure would be what happens later on. Does he
Yeah.
stick with that? But I like Tig Notaro a lot, and I'm not used to seeing her play a character like that.
Yeah, I liked her character in this quite a
And
bit.
she had
It
an
was
arc
good.
as well. So
Yeah, and
She's a-
the two young stars of this.
Oh, they're
are-
wonderful.
They are so good. Now, am I the only one that thought that he looked like a young Chris Rock? Or is that
Oh,
just
good
me?
Lord, no.
He
No, he
does.
looked exactly like
Okay,
him.
okay.
I
All
thought
right.
the exact same thing.
I actually looked to see if he was like his last name was Rock or something. Because I was like, man, that looks just like him. But he was great, and the young Isabella Russo who plays his girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
great too.
she was cool.
She was
cute.
cool.
Yeah, and she
Yeah,
was
cute.
she was fantastic. She did a great job. Everybody was actually, but even the older brother was fun. So
Actually, I really liked the older brother. I liked that they kind of made him a little jerk, but he wasn't that bad.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I hate in movies where they just go so over the top with that freaking. Yeah, you're probably gonna give your little brother some crap, but just a little bit, just some.
it's not weird
razzing.
science. They don't go weird science on it. So.
Yeah. Oh, God, Chet. That was horrible. Yeah. So I appreciate that they, just did a little.
And nothing really surprises you. I mean, every little twist and turn that you can see it coming from 1,000 miles away, but it still works.
It's charming. It's charming.
You know, that's what I mean. Yeah, it still works. I mean, even the ending, you knew when that car pulled up who was going to be in that car. You knew who was going to be in the car.
Well, the car chase was kind of fun. I mean, I thought that was kind of innovative or creative, I guess. The way that he played out, helped him out in the car chase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a number of things, and scaring the mom when he just walks into the room and she turns around.
Oh yeah, the
And then they
screen was
film it,
really
yeah.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
see, we're giving all the good scenes away. That's why I was like, well, now they're all gone now.
They're all gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Dave, we like to bring you in to talk about special effects, and there are special effects in this, but it's not Jason slashing people.
Right. I don't think there's anything practical in this. I think everything was CGI. So.
Right. Well, what do you think of it though?
I think it worked for what it was. The ghost effects were good. They what we needed them to be, and even when it, we keep alluding. I don't want to give away too much, but we keep alluding to that kind of horrific portion of it. Where we get the face melt and that kind of stuff. But it looked CGI. It reminded me of like the Poltergeist remake.
Oh yeah.
That type.
God. Why'd you say that? Yes.
Well, because that's what it reminded me of. but again, it was serviceable for what it was. The strength of this movie is definitely in the performances because the cast is top notch and everyone does a great job. So, I was kind of surprised we got the little face melting thing. Personally, I didn't think they were going to go there at all.
It kind of comes out of nowhere too. I mean,
yeah. I didn't think we were going to get any of that type of stuff. But even it was kind of, if you will, soft core. But again, as a 10 or a 12-year-old watching that, you would think that was pretty freaking horrifying.
Yeah. Or awesome.
Yeah, or awesome. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I think they were serviceable for what we needed.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this one up. Let's give our final thoughts shortly, and our score 1 to 5, and our favorite scene. Which way did we go? We went Jeff first. Jeff, let us have it.
I first. Okay. Oh, good.
I guess we know what scene you're taking, sir.
No, you don't. I'm. You guys, you mentioned a lot of good things, and I don't. Every part in this is great. The mother is great, played by Erica Ash. She is excellent with the type she is, and then of course we mentioned Anthony Mackie, and the older brother is Niles Fitch. So. Notaro, Tom Bauer too, the
real Ernest,
the real Ernest,
the crusty old man.
Yeah. So anyway, it's I think it's a fun watch, and I had a good time watching it. By the end of the movie, I was really happy about it. This is a tough one. I'm tempted to go high, even though there's not anything of depth in here. I'm gonna go 3.75. This is better awesome. Than most movies like that we usually watch. And my favorite scene has got to be when when Ernest the ghost, and I forget what her character was. Oh, Judy Romano, the fake medium. When he shocks her into realizing there's actually a real ghost, gets her out of her thing.
Mm-hmm. And she's so dismissive.
Yeah,
she's so dismissive of everything.
I know. She gets ignored it, and when it doesn't happen right away, oh well, let's go. And yeah, I thought it was great.
Perfect.
And she's great.
Yes.
Oh, you know who else we didn't mention was Faith Ford.
Oh yeah, she had it was pretty quick.
A little cameo.
Yeah, it's just a real estate agent, but yeah, that was interesting to see her.
She looks great. I just gotta say, like I knew exactly who it was immediately. I kind of wish we'd actually seen more of her. I think it could have been funny.
Yep.
The way she looks in the house, I think it could have been funny for her to I don't know, have some interaction with him. Would have been cute, but. Yeah,
it would have been. All right, Crystal, give us your spiel.
I liked it. It's cute. I mean, we I mean, like we said, okay. So I'm giving this a score based on this movie as a gateway horror movie and a kind of a kids movie. Like honestly, I definitely call this like a kids movie. Like it's I don't even think it's as scary as some Goosebumps. If I'm being completely honest with you, which I don't care. I think it was precious and cute, and I really liked it. So I'm actually going to give it a 4.
Very good.
Yeah. It won't be on my top 10, but that doesn't mean that I didn't love it. And my favorite scene is the TikTok Ernest challenge, because that is something that would happen. That would happen. That would happen.
Pretty good. It would.
I was like dead. I was like, yeah, it would absolutely happen. So
perfect. I love that. Yes, that was hilarious, and it's so fitting for now. I wonder how that will age over time. Dave, give us your spiel.
I'm gonna go with Crystal on this. I'm giving it a 4 as well.
Very good.
Again, it has a ghost, but it's really kind of hard to call this a horror movie. But we call it gateway or whatever. At the end of the day, incredibly strong performances, really well directed. Christopher Landon also wrote this based on another guy's short story. Mm-hmm. But I just think it was a really solid effort from all involved. So it's definitely a 4. Same here. It's not going to be in the top 10 for us hardcore horror fans.
No, it's not going to be disappointing if you want that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's for sure a well done project. I liked it a lot. Favorite scene, I'm going to go with the tender moment at the end, the E.T. moment.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, that was sad.
I just thought it was really, again, for David Harbour not being able to talk. It was just all, body reaction and facial expressions, and
and the killer come over. Come on.
Yeah.
That
exactly.
Awesome.
But it was really good.
It was. I mean, you kind of have to rate this on in context, right? If you set this next to some other films that we cover or going to cover, it doesn't live up. You're not going to want to see this. That's like you said, the gorehounds or horror, even the horror lovers aren't really going to get it. You have to kind of be in the mood for that. It's a horror film like Casper's a horror film, or even
Addams Family,
Scooby-Doo, Addams Family, right? I would say Addams Family is far more scary than this is.
Probably,
even the show, right? But it's so damn charming, and it really does its niche really well and really strong. It doesn't necessarily break any ground or anything, or make but at the same time, it's a streaming movie. It definitely, I can see why it went to streaming at the theaters, but I'm giving it a 4 as well. But it's in context.
Yeah,
It's not going to make it in my top 10. But
this is all of us giving it. This is all of us going. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah,
this is our Seinfeld episode. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Don't roast us. Don't roast
I think
us
you
on
would
this.
too, Jeff.
I think we like it. It's. I mean, it might.
It's heartwarming.
It is.
Well, it is. And they do it so well at the end that you feel like, you're sad, but you also know.
Thank goodness.
This is what's right. This is where. So.
And the look on his face is perfect. No, I didn't give it a favorite scene. My favorite scene. I'm going to go, since you guys took the great one with Coolidge. The scene when the mom first sees
when she screams,
when she turns around,
she's so good.
And then he runs. And he gets scared to him, and he runs through the wall. And then of course it leads to the filming of it and everything. And
let me tell you, that is a scream queen scream for. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I was like, yes, yes.
She looked absolutely terrified.
That was really good.
I mean, seriously, for a Netflix original film, this is perfect.
Yep.
And
I didn't know Christopher Landon is Michael Landon's son.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that either.
I thought everybody knew that.
No, I don't know. No.
Yeah, he
No.
did. I think he just did, or he's either just did, or he's doing the Highway to Heaven remake.
Aw.
The
believe.
what remake?
The
I'm sorry.
Highway to Heaven, his father's show,
Oh,
Highway to
dear.
Heaven. Yeah,
Really?
I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure he either just did it or he's in the process of doing it.
Oh,
I read it somewhere. Oh, it was already done in 2021.
I already did it. Wow.
Yeah.
It
I
made
just
no
knew
difference.
I knew he was associated with one of his father's old
Okay.
projects.
Right.
We watch horror. Sometimes it's hard to keep up
Well,
with anything else.
He does a lot of now he did Happy Death Day, right? And Happy Death Day to You. That's
Oh.
and
Freaky, he did Freaky, love Freaky.
Oh, yes.
But he was
okay.
also involved in some of the early Paranormal Activity or later Paranormal Activity.
Yeah,
movies.
Oh, that's too
And he-
bad.
No.
that's
Oh,
why it dies. Keeping an
I
eye on.
know. Yeah.
bummers.
I know how
Yeah,
much
he
Doc
wrote-
loves it, and that
He
makes
wrote
me
the
just-
screenplay for 2, 3, and 4, and the marked ones.
Oh wow.
And he did Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, which is
Okay.
also
Yes.
another good comedy horror. I mean,
Mhm.
he really gets that
Oh yeah.
comedy
Yeah.
horror part of it. But yeah, he did do Highway to Heaven TV. So,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I remember when that happened because they said it was kind of returning to his father's roots. So
Roots.
but maybe that's why he does the family stuff so well. I mean, come on, Michael Landon. I mean, no one did the family drama type stuff better than Michael Landon. Little House on the Prairie. Come on, he learned it from the
Bonanza.
best.
I was
Yeah.
a teenage werewolf.
There you go.
That sounds fun.
There you go.
Like
We've
Teen
gotten
Wolf.
off the track.
Yes,
We have indeed. I was thinking that
I do my best.
we talked about one of the other Landons, but maybe not. All right, well there you go. That's our review for We Have a Ghost. Some lighter fare, and we hope you appreciate
out.
our take on it. Check it out. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
I mean, I hope you all can still watch Netflix, even though you can't share your passwords
Flixt.
anymore.
We won't tell anybody you guys cried at it. It's okay. Go ahead and
Oh,
watch it.
stop! No,
We
no,
won't tell
no
anybody.
Crying and horror.
Secret's
content.
safe with us.
No crying.
There's no
Uh,
crying.
All right. Well, Crystal, Dave, Joe, Ernest, thank you all for joining me. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks for having
Thank you,
us.
Doc.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Let's say goodnight.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Gruesome Magazine.